Person who is feeling like they are unsure of themselves. They feel like they're unsure of who they are, where they're at. All they can feel and identify with at the moment is their own pain, their own past regrets, their own past traumas of being deeply unsatisfied, feeling very burdened by their own life that they have going on. Feeling like they are inadequate is what I've just heard, not amounting to much. This person seems to see themselves in a very low way. It could be that they've been through a lot in their life, or so anytime they move somewhere different or they move on with someone new, take this how it resonates, they start carrying those insecurities within them to the next place and to the next place, to the next people. Because they haven't addressed it fully yet, they have not healed it yet. And in fact, they're just hoping for something wild and brilliant to turn their luck, to make them fortunate. And it's like they're swimming and swimming in circles, just trying to feel it out, see who they can latch onto next, who they could idolize next, it seems like. They feel like they are owed their justice. They feel like they are constantly being wronged by others, that they've been played. It feels like this is the type of person who will take one or two negative experiences they've had and sort of run with it. Not to sound insensitive, but it's like that can easily happen to anyone as long as they ignore it and don't address their own issues. They're always going to carry that wound with them, which creates this aura of heaviness around them. Like, ask me how I know, because I've dealt with a lot of painful moments in the past, despite other people believing otherwise, like, oh, I've always been put together. Just because I look put together now and I've actually done the inner work and healing work, they think, oh, well, oh, you haven't been through anything. Easy for you to say, oh, must be nice, oh, must be so lucky, blah, blah, blah. So this seems like the type of person who, they have that black and white thinking. They have those thoughts of they are the unfortunate, unlucky one, and that you, collective, who, if you resonate with this, they feel like you have all the answers. You are fortunate. You are the most magical. You could heal them, love them, help them, be everything for them. And if not, they will punish you for it. Yeah. So this is what's going on. This person has very low self-esteem, even if they pretend that they have it all together, they're confident. It's false bravado for the most part. This person on the inside feels very shitty about themselves, very unsure, very confused. They don't like their lives, sadly, but you know, for someone like that, there's nothing you can really do for them. They just need to, if they can't help themselves, who's going to help them? That's the conclusion they need to, arrive at, which at the moment they are very reluctant to do, because that would mean they would have to give up the victim card, the victim mentality. So, right. Where do I start? Like, person number one, if you resonate with this, it's like they want you to really be their savior. They want you to be the perfect answer and solution to all their problems. Do all the heavy lifting for them. They want to use you as an anchor and so that they can get their own self-esteem and their ego can just love everything. Okay, how do I say it? In like, they just want to use you, it appears, to make themselves feel better, for their egos to be like inflated. And it's like when someone who has very low self-esteem, they actually end up being with someone who they see as extremely beautiful, extremely successful, has all the things they wish they could have on the inside. It gives them that mixed feelings of bitterness, just feeling envious on the inside, feeling like, oh, well, why did this person choose me? I am nothing, this is that. So they will eventually turn around to punish you or punish the person. This is just an example, by the way. They will punish the person for choosing them in the first place. So it's like they want that, but then this seems like the type of person who will easily take this for granted, who might easily go off the rails and start thinking they're all that, and yeah, the cherry on top, and they start believing like they're the best thing since forever. So it's like this person one, expects you to always play fair, to always take their side, to always be at their like rescue, to rescue them, to always be in a bright mood, to uplift them constantly. And this seems like a lot of work and a lot of emotional labor that majority of human beings, people are human beings, can't do or isn't fair. But this person feels very entitled. They want all that and then some and extra. Yeah, they're like a leech. And another thing came up which I sensed, like this person wants you to be the ultimate proof that they've got it like that, because they've put you on such a high pedestal that it's like when an ungrateful fan meets a celebrity, and let's say this celebrity ends up, this would rarely ever happen because it's dangerous. Let's say this celebrity ends up dating this fan, and now this fan is walking around believing like they're super famous and super relevant now because they were chosen. It's like they are begging for you to choose them. I don't know why I heard choose them again. Consider them again. Maybe this is someone you have left behind because you've realized how much of a leech they are, a taker, ungrateful, entitled. They start easily getting a big head, just super ungrateful for anything that they're given, always wanting to play the victim. And now I want to go even deeper and investigate what would happen if this person, if person number one, were to actually have access to your energy again, have access to your time and your emotions again. What they would do, how far off the rails would they go or not go? We'll find out. So, wow, okay, the answer is clear. And I just have to say the truth like it is. Remember, okay, this is just a reading. I'm just reading the energies of situations. Like, you could do what you want with this information. And this won't necessarily resonate with everyone, but based on the energy profile of this person that we've talked about, person number 1, this is the type of person that they are. I would strongly and highly recommend, do not welcome this person back in. Just if you have to be close to them, or you work with them, or anything like that, or their family, just act cordial with them. Just play along, be peaceful, but keep your heart closed to them, because they will take. So I'm gonna start from here, and then here. So most likely, right, this person, so we've got hyena reverse, scorpion reverse, it's revealed they're like, if they get what they want or what they think they want from you, they get that access to you, best believe they're going to show their true colors, their mean face, their bitterness, their poison, their anger, their everything that they will project onto you and throw back at you, make you feel like the problem, because of their envy and their insecurity, is going to turn into resentment and hatred. Before they were showing idolization, they were idolizing you, or are idolizing you, putting you on a pedestal. It's like now, if they get full access, they will try their best to try and drag you off of that, and try to humble you or neg you and say, well, you and all that, look at you. Like, yeah, this person will get a big head, I'm telling you. So yeah, that's, their ego will just be overblown, out of proportion, like whoosh. And they're going to start trying to ruin your reputation, talking about you, saying false things, trying to make you the bully of their life, make you the villain, make you the problem, no matter what you do. Even if you try to explain yourself, they will always find a way to say, oh, I knew it, you ain't shit, I knew it, you're no good, I knew it, you're suspicious, I knew it, you are. They will start accusing you of things. Oh, you're trying to look good. Who are you trying to look good for, huh? Like, okay, these are just examples, like, flat out, like, it's giving that sort of bitter energy, like, hating on your accomplishments, feeling miserable whenever your birthday turns up, whenever anyone compliments you, whenever they will try to withhold anything from you, compliments, validation, anything. And once they may have thought, oh, because now they don't have access to you, or they don't have the full access to you like they feel entitled to have, they feel like with the destiny card, they strongly want a do-over. Oh, they'll try their best to convince you, things will be different this time. Don't get too excited by the soulmate card. It's like they will try to play this illusion up, like, oh, things will be different, I swear, I promise, I've changed, like, oh, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll make changes, I've healed, this is that. Words are just words. Actions will reveal everything. So even if you're being talked about like this, your actions will prove otherwise. They will not be able to hold up against, like, all the lies will not be able to hold up against the truth, okay? It will crumble. Yeah, and people will talk regardless is a strong and painful lesson I have learned as well. No matter what you do, even if you cured bloody cancer, even if you saved someone, they will still turn around and they might even chat shit about you and still say, well, you're not enough of this, you're not enough of that. Forever moving the goalposts. So live your life. That's all I'd say about that. So yeah, they are operating from deep insecurities. Like I said in the energy check, this person thinks very low of themselves. They hate themselves. They feel miserable. They feel burdened. They want every excuse in the world to make themselves the victim, to stay as the victim. This is someone who does not do the healing work, who feels like they're the only person who has gone through anything in life, which is not a good thing. And they want access to this treasure chest, to your abundance, to what they think you have the potential. They want to get to your potential and grab at that before you have any chance to use it or live up to it. And yeah, at first they might go along to get along, try to give you breadcrumbs of validation, only to turn on you the very moment, and it always inevitably happens this way. I've had so many friendships, let's forget about relationships, so many past so-called friendships where they've always approached me first, they've always been so drawn to me, oh so overly sweet, telling me all the right things. Deep down, they must have been highly insecure. All of a sudden, out of the blue, although I do nothing wrong, literally nearly 99% of the time. And even if I do something wrong because I'm a human being and I find out and I apologize, it's like switch up. Constantly, it goes like that. It flips back around. This person starts turning from my biggest fan here to biggest hater. And it's like, you are still obsessed with me, but you've turned it in a negative way. Like the energy is in a negative way now. Yeah. And you see how they are going to try and charge in and disrupt your peace, your stability. Your stability and your potential is what triggers them the absolute most, because they know you're going places. They know you deserve better than them. They know, Bowl of Fortune again. So let's move on to person number 2 now. So this is person number 2's energy. So, right. It seems that, first of all, it feels like this person is extremely entitled to whatever they believe and think should have been theirs. They strongly believe that you have qualities that they don't think you deserve to have them, and they feel like, oh, well, I want that. It's all mine. They are very entitled to it. And it's like this person, compared to person number 1, this person seems a lot more dangerous in that way, that they aren't just confused fans. It's like they know, or they are quite aware of the fact that they are triggered by you, that the fact that they're the types to maybe complain about you in a negative light and say, oh, well, you don't deserve anything good to happen to you. You don't deserve this. You don't deserve that. You're the type of person who blah, blah, blah. Basically making fan fictions and stories about you to serve themselves, their own ego. Trying to assume that they know you more than you know yourself, which isn't true. They don't know you. All they're seeing is the outer shell. All they are seeing is something skewed, something that they're just barely even feeling, if that makes sense. They are not seeing reality, it seems like. So this person sees what's creative and amazingly sensual and beautiful and mesmerizing about you, and hates that, wants to attack that, wants to, use that for themselves. They feel very entitled. Oh, that should all be for me. Your charms, your glamour, your beauty, your I'm making these claw hands. Your creativity, blah blah blah. Like they feel like they are so mad entitled. They feel like everything should go to them and no one else should have that. They want to be the ones in the spotlight. They want to be the one who is magnetic and charming, beautiful. They might even think you have pretty privilege or you benefit from it. Your whole life has been lucky. How many times have I gotten that in my life? Where people just assume because the way I show up now, I must have never have gone through anything. Any times I used to correct them or say, well, actually, I've gone through this, I've gone through that, it was like talking to a solid wall. It's like I'm speaking out words and they don't even absorb it in. They don't, it's like they're hearing words like, you know, like sounds, like they're hearing sounds, they're not actually comprehending what's being said. Yeah, if that makes sense. And but then they'll still say things like, shut up, you've still had it easier no matter what. Like this is the type of person that I feel like they're very stubborn. They stick to that narrative because it's the only thing that gives them meaning in their lives. By giving someone important as you a role in their story. They make themselves the losers of their own reality, the victims of their own story over and over and over again without doing anything about it. It seems like this person is very undisciplined. They run and tuck tail when the going gets tough. They aren't very good at commitment, keeping to things, working for things. It's like these are the types to give up very easily and just storm off and be like, oh, well, I should have this and I should have everything. Oh, why don't I have it yet? Why don't I have it yet? You see? And as long as they are like that and they operate like this, they can't have the things they want without facing themselves and doing the work. Which I say over and over and over and over again in these videos, it does come up. These people, they are this way. Don't scratch your head or stress yourself out about why are they like that? Why is she like this? Why is he like this? Why are they like this? That's because it's like the people go to, this is this popular saying, right, that I've heard. People go to therapy to heal from those that should have gone to therapy, you know? And I believe that's true. The people who are unhealed end up creating havoc in other people's lives, their own life, and everything around them becomes chaos. Because they just refuse to work on themselves. Maybe if they could realize, this is going to get too long if I expand on it, but I'm just going to say the highlights of what I think about this. If only people could realize, but they want to just keep holding on to that victim mindset. If only they could realize that there's no use comparing yourself to others. There's no use, like the things that they desire, that they want so strongly, are actually the locked potential, the hidden potential that could be within them if only they could, dig out the treasure chest, X marks the spot. I don't know why my voice just went out like that. I swear it happens when I'm reading. It happens when I'm doing readings. My voice just goes off. It sounds like I have a cold or permanently or something like that. But I too am working on my communication. I feel like the more I speak, the better things get and the more I can heal as well through the screen. Like, very short story, and I promise it's relevant to the reading, right? I remember when I was very burdened, I had so much to heal. And I was a teenager. I remember looking up to several people, but there was this one person who I felt was extremely creative, amazing, very whimsical, basically the embodiment of this card, Pastel Whimsy. I felt like she was so amazing, talented, smart, creative. And even so, I have never once hated on her, planned to sabotage her, envied her. I just strongly used to, at that time, put her up on a pedestal, but sort of privately, because I've always been a very private person, privately kind of keep that to myself, keep my admiration. And I used to use her and other people like her as motivation to better myself, to heal, is the way she would show up in the way that I always on the inside wished I could show up in the room. So I started taking notes and doing the inner work and healing myself, and it took how many years for me to reach this point now where, like, I can say it's been 10 years or something. So the healing that people swear, it feels like it's been overnight. Like, how did you do this? Oh, you must have always been so lucky. When I have been working on myself for how many years? Because I had so much to unpack, so much bullying I went through, so many things that, I keep to myself for the most part, because whenever I have shared these things, people are like, surely not, surely you're exaggerating, surely people haven't come at you like this, surely they haven't, like, been so persistently triggered by you. And yeah, it's been several teachers, it has been students, it has been other kids, it has been my own family, certain members of my own family, literally everywhere I go, workplaces, oh my god, especially every place I've moved to. Yeah. But now I want to get back on topic. Basically, the only way out is through, the only way out is to heal, no matter how long it takes. Don't even think about the timeline. But this person, they feel too entitled to heal. They're thinking, oh, why should have all of that happened to them in the first place? This would have been like, let's say, this would have been me, number two would have been me if I decided to refuse to heal, if I decided to blame everyone else and society for my problems. And that I will never do, because I've never been that sort of hateful person on the inside to where even when I was at my lowest, I believed I was a loser. I believed all these horrible things about myself that simply weren't true. Like, even back then, and I would see plenty of people doing better than me, I have never once felt, like agitated, like, it's not fair, why her, why him, like, like, oh no, I'm just not that kind of person. Either I will, or I used to, but I've left that behind in the past. Either I used to idolize those people, put them up on a pedestal, or just focus on myself for the most part. Well, they're lucky and that's good for them, is what I think. Well, whereas most people think, oh, she's lucky, she doesn't deserve it, let me take everything I can from her or from him. I know I'm saying her, because I'm sort of relating it to me, but this is not about gender. Just take this how it resonates for you. So, what does person number two want? This is a person who, okay, this is strongly, I'm gonna say definitely, and I rarely say this in tarot card readings, sorry. So this is a person who definitely sees or senses your healing energy, your natural magnetism, your spiritual energy as well. We've got with the High Priestess, who knows that and believes they are entitled to it, believes they want to use that for themselves, claim it, grab it for themselves. And they are expecting you to be grateful for their presence. How delusional is that? They want you to be grateful for their presence. They will be ungrateful for anything you try to give them. Any help, any advice, anything, they'll throw it out the window. And I can't tell you how many times I've experienced this in the past where I have tried to be there for people, genuinely being kind, genuinely poured my love into others, and this is how they've acted. They've flipped it back around on me. Oh, if anything, you should be grateful to have me in your life. Like, why do I sound like Minnie Mouse at that point, bro? But like, just kidding. But it's nice to kind of keep things lighthearted. So yeah, this type of person, throw them in the bin. Like, they're not literally, before I get in trouble, but like this type of person, they are they're no good. They just want more and more and more. They're forever greedy, forever entitled. And you wonder why their life doesn't turn around for the better, because anything better they do get, they mistreat, they abuse, they throw away. And then now, when they don't have that, they realize, oh no, I need this fuel source back. I need this battery, this human battery back. Like, I'm not trying to call you or anyone else a human battery, but this is from their flawed, horrible way of thinking. Yeah. And it's like they expect you to lift them up, to break your back for them, to show up in every type of way for them. They're very entitled. They want what makes you abundant. They want that. They're very drawn to the spiritual side of you. I'm getting even more so, just for their own vanity, their own gains. They want all that. They're feeling like it's unfair that you have it and that they wanted to be the one to have that. They may have even tried to make you feel like it was wrong, you were too much or asking for too much from them, that you are too spoiled with, vanity and abundance. Yeah. This person believes you do not deserve jack shit. Like, and it's like, excuse you? Do you know how hard I've worked? You might be thinking, do you know how hard you've worked? Exactly. Like, damn. Like, you have discipline, unlike them. That's what they need to know. Okay. Now, this is why I'm about to put the beware in the title of my video, okay? Because, like, alright, how do I put this lightly? If this has resonated with you so far, please do not allow a person like this into your life. They will unravel and try to ruin everything. Do not let them back in, no matter how much they beg and plead, slide down the wall. No, please, I've changed, I swear, I've changed. No, keep them out, okay? Because we've got this is a lethal combination, octopus reverse with lizard. They know this person knows you are psychic, or they strongly feel like you are gifted, you are intuitive, your spirituality. They're focused on it for the wrong reasons. They want to latch onto you like a parasite. Get out the straw. Like bloody mosquito. But no. Let's get serious now. But it's like, they want to take, they want to drain, and then they will pretend like everything you do for them doesn't matter. They'll take it for granted. They'll be like, "Nah, I was the amazing one anyway. Oh, I'm all this, I'm all that." This is like similar to person number one. This is someone, if you ever let them in, they are going to feel like they are the one with the gifts. They are the beautiful one. They are the one of value. And I know I don't really like to use those terms like value and this, that. But this is the way they are thinking. And, we have to be real here. Most human beings, most people, they do operate like this, in this mindset. They are very strongly influenced by power, influenced by self-preservation. And out of self-preservation, out of their primitive instincts, this is how they move through the world, seeing people as good luck, bad luck, or seeing people as a lick, an opportunity, a bag. All things they might even start accusing you of. So someone like this might even try and drive you crazy. They will flip everything back on you. They will say you're the problem. You're ungrateful. You're the greedy one. They will try to accuse you of doing everything that they have been doing and they are doing or will be doing if you let them in. And it's like I'm getting that trope of, I hate that trope so much, but it's giving that trope of a grumpy person paired up romantically with someone who's overly light-hearted and sunshine, like the grumpy ex sunshine pairing, where one person is bubbly and happy. The bubbly and happy person, I guarantee you, will be drained for the most part by this grumpy, insecure man-child, or by man-child, I'm not saying it's a man, I'm not saying gender, like I'm just using that term in terms of the archetype of it. Like it could be a woman, it could be, take this how it resonates. Yeah. This person who is emotionally immature. Anyways, it's like they will try to sabotage your path, block you from your potential. They will try their best to drain you from, you may even sense your creativity draining, that you barely have motivation for anything anymore, that when you start feeling heavy like that, now's the time to evaluate, are you overgiving? Who are the types of people in your life? Are you giving too much emotionally, too much of your time, your energy? And okay, I'm sorry to break this to you, collective, if you resonate with this, but this is, I always, Bookish Oracle, aka me, I am Bookish Oracle, and I tell the truth. Whatever I see in the cards or whatever I feel like that's the intuitively is the truth, that's how I say it. I do not sugarcoat, and I have gotten criticized for it before. I refuse to sugarcoat things. I will try to tell things in a gentle way, but I refuse to, let's say I see Three of Swords, tell you that somehow you're getting back together with your ex, or things will be the opposite of what that card is saying. And remember, this is just the current energy. Anything can change in the future. I am not fortune telling. Yeah, just to put that out there. So I was gonna say, because we've got soulmate reverse, we have even got 10 of Pentacles reversed. This person is not compatible with you at all. This is not your person. In fact, this person is likely your enemy. Stay far away from them if you can. If you have to be cordial with them, just be cordial, play along to get along, but for the most part, keep things private. Do not let this person in, or they will unravel and seek to destroy everything you've ever worked hard for. And they will dim your spirit, dim your light, until you lose sense of yourself, you lose yourself in this person or these people. They will give you breadcrumbs, they will give you far, far less than you ever deserve. So, yeah, this is what came up, and hope you enjoyed.